Okay, so in this screencast I'm going to show you a couple of the highlights of Schoology and how I use it for my chemistry class for the high school students. I picked Schoology not necessarily because I loved it the most, but because it's what's going to be supported by my school district. So I figured that if I had the tech department's help, I probably wouldn't run into problems that I couldn't figure out on my own. So they're using the free version of Schoology. There's a few more features in the enterprise version, but I don't have access to those. So as you can see on the screen here, I have my general chemistry class set up. I actually have flipped my classroom, so I have 2 sections of general chemistry and then 4 sections of honors chemistry hosted in Schoology. My kids, I gave them the code and they signed right up, so that part was really easy. It was just a matter of sharing this access code. And I do have a couple of parents that are also logged in with parent accounts that can get them direct access to their own students. What I have found is this. I build in my general chemistry period 1 and in my honors chemistry period 4, and then I copy all the information from those particular classes into the other ones that are the similar class. So I'm in right now my general chemistry period 1 class, and you can see that the ones that are brighter are the ones that the students have access to, and the folders that are marked hidden are the ones that I've built. So the students are currently here in chapter 4, and I have some other resources that they need and might use in daily existence open. But I have chapter 5 already built, ready to go, and you can see the dates that I'm anticipating this happening. I'm getting ready to build chapter 6, and I also have past chapters that I have locked up their access so students can't get into them. So I thought I would take a peek into my chapter 3. So chapter 3, what I do is I make a folder for chapters, and each chapter has a vocabulary requirement, and then I have a folder with all my screencasts in it. And the reason that I'm setting it up this way is that I do have high-level classes and I have general classes, but one thing that's common throughout all of our students is some of them are extremely busy. So if I have all the screencasts unlocked up front for them, they can go in if they need to work ahead. If they know for a fact that on day 4 they're not going to be getting home from a particular sporting event until like 11 o'clock at night, they can work ahead and they can watch that screencast and do the notes requirement, and then it'll be easy for them to submit an assignment. So I have these files open for them so that they can decide if they want to work ahead and be prepared, or if they would rather access the information day by day. So you can see that I have the days and then the links that they can go and watch the videos ahead of time. Okay, so the other way that I have my chapter set up is that each day has a folder, and I unlock these folders as each day appears. And like I said, I copy it to the other sections of the same content. And so each folder always has a day 1 or day whatever details page, and I show that in the folder in line so that they can see the whole thing when they go in. So it's a highlight of what we did in class and then what their assignment is for homework. This information is also presented on the board in my room so that I can talk about it and remind them, because they need the reminders. And then if there's any other additional information, resources, screencast assignments, anything else, they'll also appear in these folders. So you can see that on this particular day they were working on an atomic timeline, and what I was having them do was they were jigsawing a timeline, and they each had a part, and they were doing some research, creating a Google slide presentation, and then they were going to present over the next coming days. And you can see that I linked for them the presentation that they were building as a class, and then the rubric that they were going to be graded by. I believe I also gave them the paper grade, or the paper rubric. I've found that the students, while they love using the technology, they still need to see a paper rubric in order to be able to follow it and make sure that they have all the points that are required. The other thing that I do, I have you can click on the side arrow and you can see what's going on. So this day they watched they were working on the timeline, and then they had a screencast to watch as homework, and then their accountability piece was to take these this question set. And this is a test, but it's not a test. I have it set up so that they can take these questions 3 times, and hopefully they get all the points. And you can see that my students, some of them took it twice, some of it took them once. I have one down here that took it 3, but the reason I tell them that they can have 3 attempts is because it's a homework assignment, and I really do want them to get full point value, and this is just a formative check. It's not high stakes. They shouldn't be losing points. And of course these points go into our homework category, which is only 10% of the total value. Last thing to show you in here would be I don't do tests in Schoology. I do tests paper and pencil style. They have projects listed in here, and then so that when they need to submit their project, there's a rubric. And then anytime that I've built content that I don't end up using, for instance in this chapter, we had lost some days due to the PSATs and other crazy scheduling events, so this was the assignment that I chose not to have them do. So I just left that hidden, and I made a notation to myself. So when I upload this entire folder into the resources section over here, I will have that information for next year, and I won't have to redo the whole unit when I reuse it again, if I get to reuse it again next year. Just so you know, my flipped model is more of a traditional approach. You can see that I have everything organized by days. And I really do feel like I don't believe I could effectively flip my classroom if I didn't have access to Schoology or some other way to give this information to my students. It would be a challenge for me to have them visit websites and access my videos. Thanks.